Man, y'all already know what type time it is. Scram'N and T presents Scram'N to the Top podcast. Gon' run it up. We out here. 100.
Yeah, but as far as like, is you trying to do like anything else involving music? Like, you dropping fire projects. We know you doing videos and you shooting videos.
For sure.
So, like, what is your ultimate goal now?
Um, I don't want to sound like I'm over music, cause I'm far from over music. But like we've been talking about, we discussed all the history. It's like, man, I've been battle rapping and putting out music since I was 15 years old, and then it's no secret my age. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of my age and how far I came. So I'm 36 now. So over all of the time, all of the music and endeavors and all of that, even accomplishments and achievements, like I'm really like happy with what I achieved. You know what I'm saying? And the heights that I got to, and the fan base that I still have going forward with music, because I still have a great fan base. Like, and the support, I appreciate everybody's support too. Like, so I'm at the point where music is just love for me right now. Like, after all of this time doing music for so long and going so hard, and it felt like it went from being a young kid doing it, putting out, wanting to get known and doing things, to me getting known and it becoming like a job. And feeling like we had deadlines, and this got to be here, and this got to be there, and this, that, and the third, and we got to have this song on the radio by this time to meet this date, and then we got to do shows on this time, and then it got lost in translation as far as like the love and the fun of it, and it became more of a job. And that went over into battle rap, because I started battle rapping out of the love of it. And at 15, 16, and that was like in schoolyards and in the streets, and this, that, and the third. And then I went on to do it professionally, and then
Why you start battle rapping? Like, I'm on the YouTube one day, and it was like a smack compilation.
Yeah.
Everybody battling, and this one I knew you was battling, but I ain't know you was up there yet.
Right,
This was a while ago.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hold up, they just going everybody spitting bars and shit, and then it came to you, and I'm like, man, hold on, I ain't tripping. Behind his back. I'm like, my nigga on here.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And after that, it's an auto-tune thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, so why don't you do that no more? Cause you, hey,
man, don't like.
you a body.
And that's something that never really leave you when you like that. So it never leave you. And I get asked to come back all the time. I still talk to prominent battle rappers. I still talk to prominent battle rappers, leaders that's like people that's like got like leagues and shit like that. But I left really because I was tired, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, like I was just tired, man. And then the business was crazy. Like, I don't want to say too much because, like, True. I don't want to put people's names out there like that, but like the business of it is business. It's actually business. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I started from like the love of it.
Yeah.
I started from like battling for free or for money for like bets and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? When it became a business to the point where it was like, and our era was different.
Yeah.
So me having to go up against people, let me just put it like this, because when I used to battle, we went into it like, I don't like you.
True.
It was a motivation of, I don't know him, he don't know me, I'm gonna kill him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really, but when the battles, they start to feel staged. Like, it felt like a staged thing. And it's even more staged now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's even more staged now. So I found myself writing for people, and I'm getting older, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for forever, like battling for forever. So I'm finding myself, you gotta think about this. I break this down to people because I've been asked this question a million times. Why did you stop battle rapping? You gotta think about this. Not only have I been battle rapping for a long time, but when you gotta put together 3 minutes of material 3 times, which is 9 minutes of material, You have to remember it. You have to perform it, and you have to be thinking about the most negative things you can say to somebody for 9 minutes. And you gotta have it done within a time frame. And you gotta travel. And then you go, you get there, you do it, whoop, whoop, you come back, whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, battle rap money back then wasn't what it is now. And I mean, really it is. You not getting real battle rap money until you're on Smack. I'm just putting it like that. Unless you're on Smack, KOTD, not even Rare Breed. You gotta be a crazy, like, have a crazy name on Rare Breed to get money like that. So, not getting paid over $1,000, like,
it ain't worth it.
It ain't worth it. It's really not worth it. Like, it's really not worth it. So, yeah, nah. I was making more off music, like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, shit, I can just go full-fledged with the music and double this instead of, like, battle rapping, like, and the love was gone, basically.
Okay.
The love was gone, like.
So when it be, like, too much weird business that just take away, like, you just be like, man, I'm done with this shit. Like, the love, it overpowers the love you got for it. Like, be all, like, a lot of weird shit going on.
Yeah, because the higher I got platform-wise, as far as leagues, the more I realized, like, it's and anybody will tell you this. I don't care who it is. If they battle rap, you can ask Cole, you can ask anybody to battle rap. The higher you get up, the more it's about relationships than your actual talent.
True.
Like, of course your talent carries you, but so far. But after that, it's who do you know, and how can they get you somewhere else.
I'm starting to see, you know, I be tuned in with battle rap, so I'm starting to see, like, stuff like that, like, he ain't hot to just do it right here, so why he...
Yeah,
you know.
It's weird. It's weird, man. And it was weird then, so that's why I was like, nah, you know, like, and I abruptly stopped. Like, I was rocking with John the Don. I was like, homie, like, that was my guy, like, you know what I'm saying? And I told him, I was like, yeah, I'm good, bro. It just ain't for me no more. And it was a big decision because that's a big platform. Like, my last battle on there was like 50K views. But, like, that's how you know, like, it was just like, it was more for me mentally than it was like notoriety and like all the other shit. Like, I care more about my mental peace than anything.
Got to, man, like, just, I ain't really think about that as far as coming up, like, how one day my mental, like, was gonna affect a lot of shit I do.
Yeah.
And once I let hit it once, man, I was in the play.
That shit is important.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
So we see you out here. Got you family, man. Man, they had a baby.
Yeah, man.
How that feel?
32 years? After 32 years, man. It was great timing. I'll put it like that. It was great timing, man. I feel like I got to live. Like, everything that we just talked about happened before having a child. So I feel like I lived life and then settled down and had a kid. And I mean, the plan felt planned. I ain't gonna hold you. It felt like it's been a plan. Like, so it couldn't have worked no better, man. Loving parenthood, loving having a son, just providing and taking care of.
So, like, as far as like, you still you with the mother of your child and everything like that. So,
for sure.
was that an important thing, like, back then? You think, man, if I want to have a baby, I gotta be with the mom. You feel me? Like, is that a thought you always had, or?
I had that thought because my biological father wasn't in my life, so my thought process was I didn't want my son to go through the thoughts and the questions that I had.
Oh shit.
You know, and that's why it was important for me to make sure that I was there regardless if it was negative or positive. Like, that's a huge thing. That's a huge thing to be involved, you know what I'm saying? Because it's bigger than than the two adults. It comes down to how the kids grow up and get that influence from both of y'all collectively.
True.
Whether that is in the same household or not, you know what I'm saying? So even if me and her wasn't together, we still would have some type of communication and foundation to the point where we would at least make sure we were on the same page to make sure the influence on the kid or kids was happy. You know what I'm saying? Because missing links in that can destroy a kid's mentality. Like you have to have a mother there, you have to have a father there. And why not it be you?
True.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah, I see you keeping the family unit strong.
Yeah.
I ain't where y'all going on dates. Y'all make that shit look fun.
Hey, that's the goal, though.
I was like, God damn.
Hey, that's the goal, though, man. That's the goal. You want everybody. And I'm not a big social media person, though. For real, I'm not. And I definitely don't agree with sharing your negative things. Like, you shouldn't be putting your business into the streets.
Nah.
But I don't, and plus I don't do it for
The likes for the recognition.
I don't do it for the likes or the recognition, man.
Like a lot of people.
It's either family. I'm either doing it for family or for the memory, because I like to be able to look on my timeline or to look at my photos or whatever the case may be and be like, oh, this was Christmas, Thanksgiving, oh, Easter.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of the times I'm doing it for me because I'm the person that's always behind the camera. Like, I'm always behind the camera because I want to get the memories and be able to look back on the memories.
Yeah.
So that's what it is to me more about. And then, if I'm sharing it with everybody else and they get something from that, then hell, more power.
Yeah, I'm telling you, boy, about want to meet, call somebody like, hey, you trying to go grab something to eat? like God, boy,
hey, go ahead, man.
That shit look fun.
Hey,
but you gotta
what you holding back for?
You gotta find the right one, man.
That's a fact.
It ain't too many of them.
That's a fact, man.
People living for it ain't about building. People want what you already built.
Yeah.
Or they living for the image, or if you do get with somebody and you ain't got this much, the social media ain't showing y'all relationship love, but it's a lot of weird shit.
And another thing to that is I appreciate it, but people put way too much into social media.
Thank you,
They
bro.
put way too much into social media. Like, people think what they see is what it is.
Yeah.
People show you what they want to show you. And I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to show you the bad times because that ain't none of your business. You know what I'm saying? So don't look at my relationship and say, I want that. You don't know what that is.
Indeed.
Like, you don't know what that is at all. You might want that you're saying.
The image of it, but you don't know the work that y'all put in.
Maybe you want what's happening right there. Two people having dinner, having a good time. Somebody getting roses or Valentine's. Maybe you want that. But don't look at us or whatever we are and say, we're going to be that. Because you don't even know what that is. You just see a video. You know what I'm saying? So I wish people, because I hear it from a lot of younger people than this, that, and third, bro. Don't put all that stock into social media. Social media ain't what it is.
Ain't nobody gonna show you their downfalls and that like that. Like, they gonna show you their triumphs and shit like that.
Right.
And then when it's relationships, they gonna put the vacations or the out to eats or the family time that y'all do like twice a month or some shit like that. You feel me? Like, not the arguments or the mental or the struggle, nothing like that. Yo, that's why when females they be like this goals with all these little celebrity relationships and shit.
Right.
Be like, bro, like,
you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's a line. That's a watered down reality. Like, that's not the actuality of it. Like, you don't know what they're actually going through or doing, or if it's a marketing scheme, or is they really going through shit. But then, like, a few months later, they broke up. You feel me? Like,
that's just like the president and his wife. When have you ever heard about the drama that the president and his wife was going through?
True.
Never. You ain't never. What do we know? What's one argument we heard about with Michelle and Obama? We don't. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same with social media. Like, people not really putting their real life out there, because if they did, then you wouldn't admire it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
like, that's why me personally, I've always been the type like, man, you living a little too good. You feel? Like, you can't make me.
You a skeptic?
Yeah, you can't make me like. And I'm saying it like, if you throw some, I've been going through the struggles and shit. Now I can relate.
Yeah.
Cause I'm going through some shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
But you went through a struggle. Now you at this point.
Yeah.
Like, damn. Now I feel like I can get through it and get to this point. But
Yeah.
but you just straight. I don't be going through shit. Boy, I got this. Nigga, we on boats and shit. I'm like, you living a little too lavish. Like, come on now. Like,
Yeah.
some people I be knowing, like, bro, I know.
I know you.
Yeah, it's not you. Like,
No, that's for real.
like,
That's real.
And I ain't saying it ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just like, yo, like, if you really trying to be an inspiration, like, keep it 100, be real. Like, somebody got to bring realness to something.
You know what you just said is real, because the struggle is what people relate to. The struggle, the success story, not the success. Because we all know what the success look like. And that's what everybody's trying to achieve. But I think a lot of people undervalue the struggle and what your struggle is. And when I say the struggle, a lot of people just relate that to the streets or like being homeless. No, that's bigger than that.
Yeah.
Like, we all have struggles. Like, it's rich white kids that got struggles.
Yeah.
But they can tell you how they struggle from dealing with their parents and like actually being able to be a smart kid, you know what I'm saying? Or I got ADD, or you know what I'm saying? Anything. Mental illness, anything. Like, so I think people need to hone in on being, as you said, being their real self.
Yeah.
And not being scared to reveal their struggle and ways to get through it. Because that's what people cling to. That's what draws people in.
True.
Is your struggle and who you are and how you got through it. Not all the success that comes from whatever you want to portray, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, if you going through a struggle, like, you don't know that person, you might be with this person every single day. And then even people done lie so much on social media, they start lying in person. Every time we meet, like,
Hey, yo.
everybody talk, like, you balling, you got, I'm like, man, I know you, but alright. You feel me? Like, alright. But you don't know your boy might be going through something. But now if you admit the shit, like, bro, I'm going through some shit, now he can find, hey, I'm going through some shit too. You feel me? Like, now somebody can help somebody, you feel me? Like, but everybody want to be top dog. Ain't nobody doing this. Ain't nobody sad over no bitch or no female, sorry. Nobody sad over no female. You feel me? Like, that's the thing I hate the most, though. Like, niggas be like, man, we ain't catching no feelings for these. And females be like, we ain't catching no feelings for these niggas.
Yeah.
Like, so what is all the subliminal post about?
Right.
Yo.
And you know what? That is related to music, because a lot of the people that we idolize and looked up to, especially our era, was the people that showed us their struggles.
True.
And we were able to identify with them when we grew up with them. You know what I'm saying? So we looked at them more than just music. We looked at them like as people and a way to come up, a way to be something. But the way the generations have changed now is where you don't hear a lot of people saying they real life, they struggles, what they go through, this, that, and the third. All they talk about is the money, you know, the jury. And that's all that people now tend to, you know what I'm saying? That's all that they tend to want to have and be a part of. It's like nobody cares about nobody real life. They just want the lavishness. So I think it's the same thing with music. Like, people don't do that no more. You don't. It's very rare. Like, unless you get like the J. Coles and like the Kendricks and stuff like that, where you and some particular other ones. Like, you don't hear that too much more.
Yeah, that's one. Like, me and my man was just talking about on the Meat Meal Oodles and Noodles joint he put out.
I ain't even heard that.
It's it was on one of his past projects, but
that sound like struggle.
Yeah, everything he said, like a lot of stuff he said, and it was 100. Like I've been through some, like I'm like, damn, You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I relate to this shit and he here, but he basically a lot of shit he been through, we been through.
Yeah.
I'm just like, bro, that's some. But now, it's motherfuckers want you to believe like they just been rich their whole life, like. But then they'll say some little struggle like, I've been broke before, but you make us believe you been rich your whole life, man. Make up your mind. You confusing. Like, this is Scram'N to the Top podcast, man. I appreciate you for coming through, man. You feel me? Fucking with me, my G.
Pleasure.
You already know, man. Appreciate you,
man.
Already, man.
Scram'N to the Top, man. I'm here with my boy Fonzie. I've known this man forever, man. I watched him climb, come up through the ranks, do his thing in the vague. Come through endeavors that most niggas would not survive, you know what I'm saying? He's always supported me, I always supported him. So that's exactly why I'm here, Scram'N to the Top.
Already.
Break the work down like a fraction. All I see is numbers like a nigga getting taxes. No